Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. Well, I'm up to a third Black Reserve knife, Rough Ryder Black Reserve knife. Now these are, I think they're part of the 30th anniversary series that they're doing, but this one is called the Black Reserve. It comes in this really interesting box and everything, but I wanted to talk about the knives. I've already bought two in the past, and I had a similar problem with both of these. This one is the small toothpick, and this was the doctor's knife in the black packawood, which has a really interesting design on there. I really like the way the wood looks on these. I like the overall construction of them, except I felt that they were just a little too thick, especially this one with two blades. Matter of fact, this one is pretty wide for a small toothpick, about twice as wide as a typical toothpick, it seemed. And part of the reason is because of these knives running on washers and stuff. And you can see, you know, nice blade alignment and everything else. Construction wise, they're built fabulously. I have no problem with the build quality. I had a problem with the architecture, I guess you could say. The fact that engineering wise, they're well made, but the design, them being so fat, was a problem, especially with something like a doctor's knife, which is a relatively thin knife, but then when you make that wide bottom there, it just looks awkward to me. And the same thing with the toothpick. It's wider than it needs to be. Also, the blue was very hard for me to see. I don't know, but the build quality, great on both of these knives. Not complaining about that. Feel a little strange in the hand being so wide, but quality of the build is right there. Blades are running on washers and stuff. So I had mentioned when I was doing these that I needed to get another Rough Ryder Reserve or Black Reserve, but I need to get something even larger to compensate for how wide these knives are getting. And so that's what I've done. And the knife that I mentioned that I would probably grab is the locking Copperhead, and that is also the knife I picked up, and we have it here. Now, I went in a different direction on this one because, well, this one was on sale, and this is the one in the black smooth bone. And I tell you what, I really like the way the black packawood looks in the light, you know, with all the little lines in there. The jigging on there is fantastic. But I also have to tell you, they did a really good job with the black smooth bone. Matter of fact, you can see it on this side. I mean, it's pretty black. And then on this side, it is also very black. Now, I was thinking about picking this up when I was down at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and then I would have been able to look at a variety of them, but I just never quite got around to looking for these when I was there, so I ordered it after I got back. So this was one that I ordered online. So this is an example of one. I was not able to see multiples of it, but this is the one I got. And there's a couple things on this that I really like, more so than here. The one thing that I really like on this is the jigging of the black packawood. That is my favorite feature of these Black Reserve knives. So I might have to pick this one up in the black packawood as well. But what I like better on the black smooth bone, and you can see it right there, the red liners. Both of them look pretty good here in the light, but the blue doesn't show up as well under bright light, but the red pops almost all the time. And the other thing I like about this knife is, well, it's a single bladed knife, and the width of it is acceptable. Now, this is a heavier knife. This is heavier than your typical Copperhead. This is like 4 inches long or so. Let me see here. What's the overall length on here? Yeah, a little over 4 inches, so about 4 1/8. Yeah, about 4 1/8 inches long. So about the size of your standard trapper, 4 1/8 inches long. It's got a sizable blade going on that locks. Oh, wrong side. Let's go over here. Yeah, blade is a 3-inch long blade, which in many ways is good. That means it's going to be acceptable in a lot of places. A lot of places want that blade to be under 3 inches long. So it's only 3 inches long in the blade. The cutting edge looks to be about 2 5/8 of an inch or so. Is that right? It might be a hair over 3 inches. Just barely though, if it is. It has a mid-lock going on, which is, I like the mid-lock better than the one all the way on the back. It's much easier to reach and close. It is a strong lock, and it still, for some reason, has a half stop. Not sure why they did that. It is running on a washer, but the washer is recessed into the handle a little bit. You can see that washer down there a little bit. Also, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera here. Maybe you can, but it is pinned. The bone is glued and pinned in place. You can see the pin right there, and you can also see a pin down here. Same on the other side. So you have the bone and the red liner pinned to the brass liner. Now the Rough Ryder shield is just glued in place. You do see the brass liners there. Overall build of this thing is really rock solid. What I like about it though is it is not overly fat compared to like this. This is 2 blades, so you would assume that it would not be that fat, but or it would be kind of wide. But you can see here, the bottom of this really gets wider than this, and this is a smaller knife, so it's very noticeable how wide this is. Because this is a larger knife, it just feels kind of good in the hand. It actually feels comfortable in the hand. Like I said, it is a little on the heavier side. Part of that is the bone, but also is just the overall construction of it too. 440A stainless steel in the blade. You do have that satin finish or the brush finish going on. You have the long pull going on. You've got the swedge up there. All in all, it's a really gorgeous looking knife though. I really like the way this one looks. And it's almost convinced me that I should probably take a look to see if they have it in the, and I'm pretty certain they do. I believe all of these knives are being released in either black smooth bone or the black packawood. You have 2 options for them. So I might grab this other copper lock in the packawood because I like the way that packawood looks. Just wish the packawood also had the red liner, but the blue's all right too. Any case, I thought I'd show that to you. And finally, one that I feel is not overly wide for its size. Like I said, it is a little bit hefty. It is heavier than what you would expect, but it is also a big, solid knife, and it feels solid in the hand. That's really a plus. You can choke up a little bit on that blade. This is one that I hope they move into the reserve line, or consider making something very similar to this using a slightly better quality steel like a VG10 or the D2. I would like to see them doing more with VG10, tell you the truth, or HCR13 MOV, something like that. Not that they're, I have mentioned before, and I actually said it to their face, I really do like their 440A. I think they've got it down pat. They know what they're doing with it, and they turn out an exceptional 440A stainless steel, better than what a lot of people would think. So I do like it. It comes razor sharp, looks good, is good, and well, this is the Black Reserve. This is one I would recommend. These other ones, well, only if you're a really big fan of the doctor's knives and you're going to be able to deal with that really fat bottom on there. That said, I'm looking forward to the fat bottom doctor knife that is coming out. This is this is the fattest tiny toothpick I have ever seen. You could I've got a 3-blade tiny toothpick that is just barely fatter than this one. So that's how wide this is on such a small frame. But this one, the width of this knife is acceptable for the size frame that you have here. At least that's my opinion. In any case, that is the Rough Ryder Black Reserve locking Copperhead, and that's one I can definitely get behind. Let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with Tobias. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.